Hi, I'm Cheyenne Lake, and I wanted to introduce myself before I give you kind of this overview of the report that I've just sent you about your neighborhood or multiple neighborhoods some of you've requested. I am Cheyenne Lake. I'm a local real estate agent here in the Charleston area, primarily focusing on east of the Cooper just because it's where I've lived for the last 15 years and serve this area. But I've done real estate all over in all three counties. Most recently, I lived in Hamlin Plantation. We bought a farm in McClellanville. Some of you may know me from that. I have Tallulah Farms, which is where we have changed the name of our company to Tallulah Living Cheyenne Lake Real Estate. So I wanted to just give you a little bit of background so you know kind of what my level of expertise is, that you can trust the information that I'm going to send you. I've helped over 2,500 families buy, sell, and finance properties. I've owned either mortgage companies or real estate companies since 1996, and I've been serving people in that capacity, in those roles for a really, really long time. So I've lived in Mount Pleasant. I'm a community chaplain in Mount Pleasant. I'm very, very involved in the community. And I've lived here a long time, and I've sold a ton of real estate here. And so I know the ins and outs of what it takes to get homes bought and sold. What you're going to find in these reports, there is a level of information pulled from over 600 pieces of data over a half a century of pulling information, data to be able to construct the information that you're seeing in this report. Now, as a real estate agent, I am not able to give you crime statistics, school statistics, any of those kinds of things, demographics, because it's actually against the law. And so you're not going to see those things in this report. However, you can always get access to those things. The report that I'm pulling this from, that I pay for, is called Neighborhood Scout. This is where I'm able to give you this information. If you would like more detailed information on crime, on schools, on demographics, those things, the things that I am not able to give you, you can go ahead through Neighborhood Scout and pull a complete detailed report. The things that I want to focus on are the things that are going to impact your quality of life, which are schools and crime and those things. And you're going to see that that data that is infused in this information. I just can't give you the specifics on it. So what I'd like to do now is I'd like to share my screen with you, and I want to walk you through the report that's in front of you. Now, some of you have requested Hamlin Plantation, Dunes West, Park West, Old Village. I mean, all over. There's all different neighborhoods. This is down to a micro neighborhood, which you're going to see in the report that I'm going to share with you. Now, your report is in a PDF format, okay? I'm going to actually share with you at first what it looks like in the interactive, like if you actually were to buy this report online, it's actually an interactive report, and I'm going to share that with you right now. But what you've got in front of you is your PDF report. So let's just, first of all, now again, yours is going to look a little bit different. Yours is going to, let me actually show you what yours is going to look like. Yours is going to be the paper report, and it looks like this. All right, let's jump back up. So you're going to actually see the little map like this of what shows the neighborhood boundary and the micro neighborhood. So the micro neighborhood report is in this little yellow section. This is of Hamlin Plantation. What this looks like on mine, and let's move this back over here, is when I open it up, it's going to actually give me, the overview, kind of the Google overview of this property. This is a property that's in Hamlin Plantation. And where you're going to see on your report is you're going to see that there was over a certain amount of vital statistics. Now, if you were in the Hamlin Plantation, there was 640 vital statistics, and there were 52 condition alerts that were found. What's a condition alert? A condition alert is something that is kind of above, either in a better way or in a worse way than what the average for the nation is. And so you're going to see in Hamlin, and yours for Dunes West could be different, for Park West, for the Old Village, for wherever you're getting your report from, because, excuse me, they're all different, that you're going to have different alerts. And I'm going to kind of just show you what some of those alerts are. Now, in your PDF report, you're not going to be able to pull exactly what that alert is. If you would like to know what those alerts are, please just reach back out to me and say, hey, what's this alert that has to do with, let's just give an example. Let's go jump into trends and forecasts. And it's going to show that there's several alerts. Now, when I click on this, see, it's going to tell me this neighborhood's appreciation rate over the most recent quarter was among the highest of all neighborhoods in America, according to the Neighborhood Scouts exclusive data. So in your PDF report, you're not going to be able to have the luxury of going through some of these, but that's what it's going to mean, right? If you're up, it's going to say that it's had some of the highest appreciation. Here, this neighborhood's appreciation rate over the last year was among the lowest, right? Now look at, it's because they had some really good appreciation, right? And then this one quarter, the last 12 months of this quarter, or excuse me, of 2018 to the second quarter of 2018, because it probably had seen so much appreciation and it came down, it's seeming off. It's an alert, right? But, and I don't want to really go through this demographic or this statistic. I want to just show you how you can hover over these, which in your report, because it's a PDF, you're not going to have that luxury. So again, if there's some specific things that you would like to know what it is, please just reach out to me. So let's start with the overview, all right? So in yours, you are going to see this. Let's open up here. So it's going to first show you kind of the boundary of the neighborhood and of the micro neighborhood. Your next page is going to jump right into the neighborhood statistics, right? It's going to show your median home values. It's going to show median prices on your taxes. So for Hamlin, in this area now, this is, you're going to notice in the Hamlin report, and even in the Park West report, you know, we have these outer lying areas that are not right in, you know, the geographical boundary of Hamlin Plantation neighborhood. And it is going to draw some of that out of there, right? The micro neighborhoods could include some properties that can, you know, frankly, adversely affect. So in Hamlin, for example, like we know the median home value is actually a little bit higher, right? And so this is going to kind of give you a general area of Hamlin. And so in this neighborhood home price, you're going to see that the median price is 406, and it's going to show you where that lays out, right? 24% of the homes are in that 340 to 461 range, and you get the idea from here. Then what it does is it graphs it over here compared to the nation and compared to our state. So our home prices compared to the nation and the state are really high. Then it tells you, I love this statistic, years of average rent needed to buy, okay? This is a really high, it takes you a long time to gather and rent to actually pay for the home. So is this an area that's great for investment? Well, according to this, it's going to take 14 years of rental income to cover that investment. Whereas you might see there are some areas that it might only be 4, 5, 6 years, right? So this report is really powerful in economic opportunity, investment opportunity, stability of areas. So for those of you who might not be looking to invest or looking to live, it still affects and impacts, you know, the value of your home, the value of your investment. Is it a good idea to buy now? Is it a good idea to invest in this area? The average market rent right now is $2,200 in this area with a yield of 7.17. And then it's going to break down. Where are most of these rentals lying? 3 bedrooms or more, 2 bedrooms, 1 bedroom. And again, it shows you our rental rates compared to the nation and the state. We're very high. It's very expensive to rent here, as many of you know. Then we're gonna jump down and it's gonna talk about the setting, right? What is this neighborhood like? Well, we know that it's a coastal setting. That side of town is on the marsh and you know, is parallel to the bay, which then it's just out to Sullivan's Island and Isle of Palms, and then we've got the ocean. So this is a coastal feel. It's going to also tell you how many people we've got per square foot and what kind of a community is it, right? Densely urban, urban, suburban, rural, and remote. And of course, Hamlin is suburban. It's going to also tell you about the age of the homes and the types of homes, right? Most of the homes in this community are newer, built in 2000 or newer. 32% were built in 1970 to 1999. You're going to see that there's an indicator here. And let's just jump over and let's see what that indicator is. And again, this is the interactive one, right? So let's click on this. It says the neighborhood has among the highest percentage of homes and other residences built in 2000 or later of all neighborhoods in America, according to the Neighborhood Scout. Well, what does that mean? Of course, it's an area that still we're being, really still built on, right? Meaning new construction, new construction, new construction. Where a lot of the areas across the country, they're already established. There isn't a lot of new construction going on. There isn't a lot of newer homes being built. Let's look at type of homes, right? Again, this neighborhood has among the highest percentage of townhouses, row houses, and other attached homes compared to the rest of the United States, right? 61% are single family, 19%, right, are townhomes. Well, compared to the rest of the country, we have a lot of townhomes, right? And that's good. A lot of people really like the townhome. Home size, right? What does this say? The neighborhood has among the highest percentage of 5 or more bedrooms compared to the United States. So you get this idea of what these alerts are. They're not necessarily bad or good, although they can be, but they're really just showing you how they are different from the rest of the country. You're going to also see that there's really no special housing in this area. Homeownership. We've got the neighborhood has among the highest percentage of owner-occupied residences of all the neighborhoods in America, right? So we've got a lot of homeownership, which is going to give this area some great stability. We don't have a lot of transient, it's a lot of people coming and moving and buying. Our renters are about 15%. Our seasonal vacancies are 4.4, 5.1 in the vacant year-round. So a low percentage of vacant homes year-round. Now, this is really awesome. For those of you who are looking, you're coming in out of the area, you're not quite sure where you want to live, they have, and it's 273 pieces of data and he's actually has his PhD, the guy who's created this plan. It's actually trademarked and it's a proprietary information of where they pull the data to give you other neighborhoods, other areas in Mount Pleasant that are going to be similar. Now, at an 80 to 76%, that's a sea level, right? So they're not going to be identical. But it's going to at least give you an 80% match of all of these 600 statistics, and actually this is 273 specific ones, that can tell you other areas, other neighborhoods that are going to be similar to this neighborhood. So if you liked Hamlin, you like this neighborhood, this community, these are other areas that you may want to consider if maybe you didn't find exactly the right home in that neighborhood. A great, wonderful statistic. Okay. Let's jump back to the PDF report now. All right, so now we've already been through the homeownership rates. Let's talk about lifestyle, right? So this is a luxury community. It's family friendly, very good, very good. Retirement dream areas, it's just good, 70%. And we know that, like we do have a lot of early retired, but not a real, 55 and older. We don't have many of those here. Young single professionals is about 70%. College students, none. Obviously, we don't have a college presence over here. Special characteristics. It's considered a nautical area. Excellent. Urban sophisticates. Quiet is good. Hip trendy is poor. Walkable is poor for obvious reasons, right? We're not really a walkable. We're more of a suburban area. So that's going to tell you that. Here's some really good statistics. The employment industries that serve our area. Our largest provider of employment is in the healthcare field. You're going to see the second. And again, you can work your way down and kind of see the industry. So is the industry that you work in, you're looking to have a job in. People that are coming, if you're looking at selling your home, these are great things to point out to people. Look, if you're in healthcare, this is one of the biggest employment opportunities. Scientific technical services is 12%. These are super important things when you're looking at coming into an area, buying into an area, or things to promote when you're selling in these areas, right? Commutes, this is super important too, right? Wouldn't this be really helpful? Again, if you're looking to buy in an area or even marketing your home to sell in an area, to be able to give this information to people. Hey, look it, you're only looking at about 15 to 30 minutes for an average commute. Guys, that's incredible. When someone's coming from LA or someone's coming from up north or coming from Chicago or a big city, that's going to be really great information to provide them, right? This is one of the things that I do when we're marketing our homes. One of the things that really makes me stand out, I use these statistics when I'm marketing my homes. This is information that if a buyer's looking at equal homes, but they can say, wow, this one I'm only 15 minutes to work, right? Or I'm considering this neighborhood, and they find those data statistics in the things that we're marketing, right? It's just going to make your property more compelling. We've done our research. We know why someone would want to, or maybe not want to buy in your community, buy in your home. Does that make sense? All right, median household incomes, right? We have a really high median household income here. The neighborhood's about 90,000 versus the nation of 55. Education with degrees, right? This is important too, because people that have these higher degrees typically make more money. They're able to afford these homes that are coming in here. 52% versus the nation, that's 31%. Advanced degrees, 14 over 11. Again, our income and education, right? We're high. This is good. These are all good indicators. Now, I love this report right here. This is about a kind of forecasting of the based on past performance, okay, is this community, does it have a good risk, right? What's the risk reward of buying in this neighborhood? This is a moderate risk based on past performance of this neighborhood. This neighborhood is a moderate risk of purchasing and buying in this neighborhood. The blue chip index is this. If there was an economic downturn, how would this area, this neighborhood fare compared to the, again, rest of the nation, right? Now it's only a 2. That's actually kind of low, and that's based on, you know, past performance of the neighborhood. This is one of the graphs that I love. This shows what this neighborhood has done compared to the local Charleston regional area, where we've been down in this price range, which is, you know, about 150,000, 170, and then it's gone back up, back up. And then this is this neighborhood in comparison, right? So the neighborhood has obviously done very, very well. This has been a little more steady in the Charleston, North Charleston regional area, right? Didn't have so many highs and real lows, right? But our neighborhood is very, very popular up here, which means we had a lot of people buy in. But when we saw that correction in 2008, look what happened. Where the rest of the regional market, it did obviously go down, but it didn't feel the impact like we did in Mount Pleasant. All right, this is super duper report. Love this right here. This is the 3-year forecast. This is saying that this micro neighborhood is expected over there, literally a half a century of pulling data and information, is that it is projected to continue to grow in value 17% over the next 3 years, 5% over the year. So compared to America and the metro area, we're a 9 and an 8. Those are really, really high numbers. You can go through, look at your last quarters, last 12 months, last 2 years, last 5 years. One of the things that I like to look at in this indication market is that's an indicator, is since 2000, we're still up, even with the horrific downturn that we saw in 2008. This area, this neighborhood is still up 65%, right? In the last 10 years, we're still up 5%. With all we've lost and all we've gained, we're still up 5%. Let's go to key drivers. One of the things that's really, that drives the value, the quality of living, all of those things, school performance, crime, regional housing market outlook. We know people are moving here, right? Educated population trend. We already showed that. People that are educated, higher levels of degrees, they're moving here, right? They live here. Our vacancies are low. Our income trends are on the rise. This is really a great statistic. Where do you compare in this neighborhood, you know, your home, this neighborhood compared to things that are around it? The number is really close to each other. So that's good, right? Where it would be better is, let's just say maybe your home was priced a little bit less and things were priced higher. Where that would work in the reverse is, let's just say your neighborhood was 194, but the rest of the neighborhood was 132, right? That could potentially pull you down. All right. Access to high paying jobs. Guys, this is another statistic that I use when I'm marketing property in your home, is that people want to know they got to be able to pay for these homes, right? And if they're not coming in, maybe starting a new business, they're going to be looking for employment opportunities within the industries that serve this area. And what this says, they took the jobs that paid $75,000 more a year, and they tell you how many of those kinds of high paying jobs are within 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 45, and 60 minutes. Now, access to high paying jobs for this neighborhood are actually below average, again, compared to the rest of the United States. But this is the great number. Within 15 minutes, there's 7,000 jobs that are $75,000 more a year. 10,000 in 20 minutes. A 30-minute drive, there's 70,000 jobs that pay more than $75,000, 75 or more. A great number, and to know that, right? All right. Here's homeownership trends. You know, where homeownership is increasing versus the nation that's declined. Annual rent trends, we've gone up, the nation's gone up, right? Vacancy rates, our vacancy's gone down, right? Where the nation's gone up. Here is our college graduates, right? We have more people graduating. School performance is better, right? So all of these are good trends. Unemployment rate, very low unemployment rate that we have here. Income going up. This is another super powerful statistic. Look at how many people are moving here, y'all, right? 441 within a half mile, 597. 1 mile, 29 to 4,000. Look at people are moving here. Within 50 miles, it's only, right, 10%. But look at right here. This tells you people are moving to Mount Pleasant. People are moving here. It's going to put a demand on you for your property. Very, very important to know that. So whether you're looking to buy or sell, it doesn't matter. People are moving in. You're moving into an area that obviously other people are agreeing with you, right? It's just growing, growing, growing. People are moving into the area. Charleston, the investment potential compared to, or this is the regional investment. So what is it moving just into the Charleston area? It's moderate, right? Compared to the nation. Housing affordability. How many months or years of income does it take to buy the average house in the Charleston, North Charleston area? Now, it's going to be a little bit more. We saw that over in Mount Pleasant, but this is the regional numbers, right? So it's still really good to know about the region. So the low was 2.63 years of household income to buy the average home. A historical high region, 4 years. And we're right now currently about 3.7 years. This is a really great statistic right here. Regional growth trends in population growth, job growth, income, unemployment, stock performance of the region's industries. You guys, look at this. The companies that are here are strong. Unemployment trends their unemployment's down, which means there's jobs here, right? Housing's added. Vacancy trends. I mean, you can see this. Our job growth compared to the nation, we're only up 11%, 2%, right? You're going to see this, that these aren't great numbers. We don't have tons of job growth, but we have population growth, and we do have a large entrepreneurial, people moving here that are entrepreneurs, which is really exciting. That is a great opportunity for people to serve people that are coming into this area. All right, let's look here. So this is, basically the overall real estate prices and overview, which you're going to be able to go ahead and just read that. It's going to give you the general information in this report. I really hope that you have found this report helpful. I know I didn't go over everything. I didn't go over everything in great detail. I wanted to give you a general overview of what this powerful report tells you about the community that you're either living in, thinking of selling in, thinking of buying in. Do I sell? Do I buy? Do I hold? Right? That's what this report's telling you. I would love to help you explore these reports on a deeper level. If you need anything, I want you to know that I'm your resource for that. If you don't have a real estate resource that's giving you this kind of information or giving you any information at all, it's nice to meet you. I'd like you to consider me that person. I have a lot of experience. I've helped a lot of people buy and sell properties. I'm very entrenched in the things that are going on in this community, both things that affect our lifestyle and things that affect or impact economics, the economical things that are impacting not only the way you live, but the home you live in, the quality of life you have. So you've got my contact information. You can reach me by text. You can reach me by phone, Facebook, email. If you'd like to go grab a cup of coffee and just go through this report together, I'm happy to do that with you. However I can serve you, that's what I'm here for. If you're looking at buying or selling, I'm happy to sit down and go through. Does it make sense? Either way, to buy or sell right now. I look forward to the opportunity. If this is the first time that we're meeting, it's very nice to meet you. And I look forward to being able to serve you, not only in a real estate capacity, but as a trusted resource. Hey, who do I need for a landscaper? Who do you have, Cheyenne? Who do you know that does, cleans houses? Great dentist or great eye doctor. I've lived here a long time. I'm a community chaplain. I pray for people. If you need prayer, if you're new to the area and you need to be connected and meet people, please consider me your resource. I'm Cheyenne Lake, and it's really nice to meet you. And I look forward to the next conversation with you.